We now have the Lions, Tigers, and Bears game with a lion that every time you click it, it roars and it speeds up a little bit. All we need now to make this a little better is a way to keep score. And as we made our background an actor, as we made our lion an actor, we're also going to make our score an actor. So on the home screen of this scene, we just click the plus sign to add a new actor. And I'm going to call this score. Just like any actor, it can have a graphic or it can have no graphic. So I'm going to drag the score in the upper right hand corner here. And if you use your keyboard, if you click on it and then you use your arrow keys, you can manipulate the position of those actors pretty carefully. Now right now that score is just a white background. It's not very good looking at all, but you can change the color of it by double clicking it and changing its attributes. Color again is sort of a compound element. There's how much red, how much green, and how much blue. And also alpha. And alpha is a level between 0 and 1, talking about its opacity or how see-through or impossible to see through it is. 0 means it's completely transparent. 1 means it is completely opaque, and anywhere in between is anywhere in between. So I'm going to change the alpha level of this to 0. And if we go back and look at our scene, we'll now not be able to see that actor that we put in for the score, but it'll be there. What we can do to make something show up on there is to go find a display text behavior and drag it onto, let's drag it onto the prototype and see what happens. I dragged it onto the prototype, and initially it says hello world. Probably don't want to try to say hello world. I instead want to say the score. But how do we keep up with the score? We don't have a way to keep up with score yet. So let's back up and go make a way to keep score. A score is an attribute just like the delay. So when we're looking at the game, we want to change its attributes, and we have the delay. We can add another one called score. Integer would be a great way to keep score. Change its name to score. It's an integer, and it's going to start out at 0. So now, on the actor tab, on the score actor, we can say display in its text the value of the game's score. Check mark. And when we go back and look at that, we should see the number 0 up there. Perfect. Now we need a way to change that score every time we hit that lion. So back we go. And the behavior of the lion is where we do that. In this single rule, we have a lot going on. The thing we need to do is also to update the score. And that would be a change attribute behavior. Put it anywhere here you want to. We're going to change the attribute of games score. And I'm going to say we're going to give you 10 points for hitting that lion. So just the way I changed the delay, I'm going to use my expression builder and say games score. And if we want to add 10 points, we just say add 10 plus 10. Check mark, preview. Awesome. So now every time we tap that lion, we get 10 more points, and that line goes faster. So at some point, it's going to be going so fast that we can't catch it, and that would probably be where your score quits advancing. One way you could make this more exciting is every time a second elapses that you take away a point. So maybe you give them 10 points to start out with, and by the time their score runs down, when their points run out, then the game is over. That's one way to do it. So now we have an actor that keeps score, that moves around, that plays a noise. What more do we want? Well, we have lions. Let's move on to tigers and bears.